Bold and the beautiful. So, Luna Nozawa is causing problems for Bill Spencer. From what I understand, Luna is staying at Bill's place, but he wants her to stay hidden. But Luna isn't listening and keeps interacting with people who come to the house, like the AC repair guy, Remy, and now Finn. Bill warned her that she could go back to prison if she's found, but she's ignoring him. The article mentions that Sheila Carter is involved too. Sheila and Remy are friends, and Remy might tell Sheila about Luna being at Bill's. Since Sheila has a history with Bill, she might use this information against him. Bill once tricked Sheila into confessing to a crime, so she probably wants revenge. Finn is Luna's father, right? So when Finn shows up at Bill's door, he might find out Luna is there. Finn might want to protect her, but Sheila could blackmail Bill. Also, there's something about Remy's son Will and Electra Forrester, which caused a fight. Remy recognized Luna from Forrester Creations where Electra works. So the main points are, Luna's actions are putting Bill at risk of exposure. Sheila might use this to get back at Bill. Finn could be caught in the middle. Remy's connection to Sheila and his knowledge of Luna's whereabouts might lead to Sheila finding out and causing trouble. Luna's selfishness is the catalyst here, leading to potential blackmail, family issues for Bill, and maybe legal trouble for Luna if she's discovered. I need to make sure I got all the relationships right. Bill and Sheila have a feud. Luna is Finn's daughter. Remy is connected to Sheila and had a fight with his son Will over Electra. Bill is hiding Luna, possibly because of her past legal issues. If Sheila finds out, she can use it against Bill. Finn might help Luna but could also be conflicted. Luna's refusal to stay hidden is causing all these problems. The consequences are Bill's family turning against him, possible legal repercussions for Luna, and Sheila's revenge plot. I should structure the summary by first outlining the characters involved, their relationships, Luna's actions, the potential fallout with Sheila and Finn, and the overall impact on Bill's life. Make sure to highlight Luna's role in the conflict and how her disregard for Bill's warnings leads to the chaos. Also, mention the possible outcomes like blackmail, family estrangement, and legal issues. Bold and the beautiful, Luna's defiance unleashes chaos for Bill Spencer. Key players and relationships. Luna Nozawa, a former intern with legal troubles, now hiding at Bill's mansion. Disregards Bill's warnings, risking exposure. Bill Spencer, publishing magnate sheltering Luna, fearing familial and legal fallout if discovered. Sheila Carter, Bill's nemesis, seeking revenge after being manipulated into a false romance and confession. Finn, Luna's father, potentially torn between protecting her and confronting Bill. Remy, handyman connected to Sheila, recognizes Luna from Forrester Creations, where his son Will and Electra Forrester work. Current conflict. Luna's refusal to stay hidden leads her to interact with visitors like Remy and Finn, jeopardizing Bill's efforts to keep her presence secret. Her actions risk exposing Bill's secret, inviting scrutiny from his family and adversaries. Sheila's role. Remy's discovery of Luna could lead Sheila to exploit this information. Given her vendetta against Bill for past betrayal, blackmail, or public exposure are likely tactics, threatening Bill's reputation and family ties. Finn's dilemma. As Luna's father, Finn may prioritize her safety but could clash with Bill over her recklessness. His arrival at Bill's home intensifies the risk of exposure, forcing difficult choices about loyalty and protection. Remy's connection. Remy's ties to Sheila and recognition of Luna create a bridge for Sheila to access Bill's secret. His prior conflict with Son Will over Electra adds personal stakes, possibly influencing his actions. Potential fallout. Sheila's revenge, leveraging Luna's presence to destabilize Bill's life, possibly through blackmail or public scandal. Family estrangement. Bill's family may turn against him if Luna's secret emerges, exacerbating existing tensions. Legal repercussions. Luna faces prison if discovered, while Bill risks legal liability for harboring her. Finn's intervention could either ally with Bill to protect Luna or confront him, escalating the conflict. Conclusion. Luna's defiance acts as the catalyst for a cascading crisis, intertwining personal vendettas and familial loyalties. Bill's life teeters on the brink as Sheila's machinations, Finn's paternal instincts, and Luna's impulsiveness converge, promising dramatic upheaval on Bold and the Beautiful. Today's next update. Let's break down this bold and the beautiful spoiler scenario. So, Hope Logan is going to take revenge on Daphne and Steffy because they tried to seduce Carter to get control back for the Forresters. The key points here are Hope's reaction when she sees Carter kissing Daphne, her realization that Daphne is working with Steffy, and her potential moves for revenge. First, Hope catches them in the act. Her expression changes from surprise to anger. That makes sense because she's been suspicious of Steffy's motives. Now, connecting Daphne to Steffy, since Daphne was in the design office, Hope figures out it's a plot. So, she's going to want revenge. Possible avenues for revenge: exposing the scheme to Carter, which could make him side with her instead of the Forresters. But if Carter goes along with giving control back, Hope might turn on him too. Alternatively, she could try to ruin Daphne's reputation or go after Steffy by targeting Finn, especially since Steffy and Finn are having issues because of Luna. I need to consider Hope's motivations. She wants to protect her position at Forrester Creations, especially Hope for the future. If Carter gives control back to the Forresters, she loses that. So her primary goal is to keep Carter on her side. But if he betrays her, she might lash out at everyone involved. Hope tells Carter about the plot, he stays loyal to her, keeps control. Carter doesn't believe her, sides with Forresters, so Hope retaliates by going after Finn or trying to take down Daphne and Steffy publicly. A mix where Hope uses the information to drive a wedge between Carter and the Forresters, maybe even getting Carter to help her against them. Also, the mention of Finn and Steffy's marital issues. If Hope sees an opportunity there, she might try to get with Finn to hurt Steffy. That would be a classic soap opera move. But would Hope go that far? She's been more of a good girl character, but recent storylines might have her embracing a darker side. Another angle: Hope might try to gather evidence of the seduction plot and use it to discredit Steffy and Daphne in the company. Maybe a boardroom confrontation or leaking the info to the press. Or she could blackmail Daphne into revealing Steffy's plans. Carter's role is crucial here. If he feels manipulated by Daphne, he might resent the Forresters and stick with Hope. But if he's genuinely into Daphne, he might not care about the manipulation. His character has been through similar situations before, so his reaction could go either way. In terms of impact, this could lead to a power struggle at Forrester Creations, affecting business storylines. Personal relationships would also be tangled. Hope versus Steffy, Carter caught in the middle, Finn possibly getting involved if Hope targets him. Potential twists: maybe Daphne actually has feelings for Carter, complicating the plot. Or Steffy has an alternate motive that Hope hasn't uncovered yet. There's also the possibility that someone else is pulling the strings behind Steffy, but that's less likely. So, summarizing the possible revenge tactics: exposing the plot, sabotaging relationships, business maneuvers to retain control, or personal attacks on Daphne and Steffy's reputations. The article also mentions Hope might try to ruin Carter if he betrays her, so she's not above turning on allies if necessary. Need to make sure the summary covers all these angles, highlighting Hope's options and the potential consequences. Also, note the existing tensions with Finn and Steffy, Luna's involvement, and how that might intersect with Hope's plans. The bold and the beautiful: Hope's calculated revenge unfolds. 1. Discovery and realization. Hope Logan's shock at witnessing Carter Walton's kiss with Daphne Rose quickly turns to fury as she connects Daphne to Steffy Forrester's scheming. Recognizing Daphne's presence in the design office, Hope deduces a plot to sway Carter into relinquishing control of Forrester Creations back to the Forresters. 2. Strategic revenge avenues. Exposing the scheme, Hope may confront Carter with evidence of the seduction plot, aiming to sever his loyalty to the Forresters. If successful, Carter might retain power, safeguarding Hope's hope for the future line. Targeting relationships. Leveraging Steffy and Finn's marital strain, Hope could pursue Finn to destabilize Steffy personally, though this would mark a darker turn for her character. Reputation attacks. Hope might publicly expose Daphne's role, tarnishing her reputation, or use blackmail to dismantle Steffy's influence within the company. Carter's pivotal role. Carter's reaction is key. If he feels manipulated, he might ally with Hope against the Forresters. However, genuine feelings for Daphne could blind him to the plot, prompting Hope to retaliate. Steffy's marriage doubts due to Finn's confession about Luna being his daughter. Luna is missing but actually with Bill. Finn meets Luna, who apologizes. Steffy talks to Taylor and worries if her marriage can survive another criminal in Finn's family. Deacon's fear about Sheila's obsession with Finn and Hayes. Sheila finds out Luna is her granddaughter, which could lead her back to old habits. Deacon warns her, but she might not listen. Hope sees Daphne kissing Carter, gets jealous, and might confront them. There's a secret plan between Daphne and Steffy that Hope might uncover. Now, the user wants this information presented in a natural-sounding update for the week. They probably want it structured in a way that's engaging, maybe like a blog post or a news article about the show's upcoming episodes. The original text they provided is already a spoiler update, but perhaps they want it rewritten for clarity, conciseness, or to emphasize certain points. I should start by organizing the information into sections, maybe with headings for each character or storyline. The original answer they provided does that, using headings like Steffy's marriage concerns and Luna bombshell, Deacon's Sheila warning, and Hope's jealousy and Steffy's secret. That structure works well, so I can follow a similar approach. I need to make sure to highlight the key points without just repeating the original text. Maybe use bullet points or concise paragraphs. Also, the user might want a bit of speculation or connecting the dots, like suggesting possible future outcomes based on the spoilers. For example, when it says Hope might uncover the secret plan, I could speculate on how that might happen or what the consequences would be. I should also check for any names or relationships that might need clarification. For example, mentioning that Sheila is Deacon's partner and Finn's biological mother, which explains why Deacon is worried about her obsession with Finn and Hayes. Also, clarifying that Luna is Poppy's daughter and now revealed as Finn's, making Sheila her grandmother. Another thing to note is the timeline. The spoilers are for the week of February 24th to 28th, so the update should be written in the future tense, discussing what will happen. However, in some cases, present tense is used in spoilers to make it feel immediate. The original answer uses future tense, which is appropriate. I need to avoid markdown as per the user's request, so instead of headers with, I'll use bold text or just start each section with a title in bold. But since the user said to avoid markdown, I should just use plain text with line breaks. Also, the user wants the thinking process to be detailed, so I need to make sure I cover all these points in the written response. The final answer should be a well-structured, engaging spoiler update that hits all the key points from the original text, organized into clear sections, using natural language without markdown. The Bold and the Beautiful, week of February 24th to 28th drama unfolds. Steffy Forrester's world is rocked as Finn's confession about fathering Luna takes a darker turn. Learning Luna's whereabouts, now under Bill Spencer's care after her prison release, Steffy grapples with the reality of another complicated tie to Finn's past. When Finn confronts Luna at Bill's mansion, her heartfelt apology for harming Steffy sparks tension. Though Finn remains guarded, Luna's remorse tugs at him, fueling Steffy's fears of history repeating itself. Having battled Finn's bond with Sheila before, Steffy confides in Taylor, voicing doubts about her marriage surviving another criminal connection in Finn's life. Will Steffy's distrust drive a wedge between them, or can Finn prove his loyalty? Deacon's nightmare unleashed. Deacon's anxiety spikes as Sheila's obsession with Finn and grandson Hayes resurfaces. His warnings to Sheila about her dangerous fixation fall on deaf ears, especially once she discovers Luna is her granddaughter. This revelation threatens to reignite Sheila's reckless tendencies, leaving Deacon terrified she'll spiral back into chaos and straight into custody. With Sheila's past looming, Deacon faces a tough choice: stand by her or cut ties before her actions implode. Hope's fury ignites. Hope Logan's world tilts when she catches Daphne Rose in a passionate kiss with Carter. Blindsided by jealousy, Hope's suspicion grows, hinting at a deeper scheme between Daphne and Steffy. As Hope digs for answers, Steffy's secret plan to sabotage Hope's love life risks exposure. Will Hope's discovery blow up alliances, or will Steffy's manipulation stay hidden? Meanwhile, Finn's newfound fatherhood and Sheila's looming threat set the stage for explosive confrontations. The week's burning questions. Can Steffy and Finn's marriage endure another family scandal, or is this TH? Steffy is panicking about Luna's DNA results, and Finn tells her everything. He already admitted to sleeping with Poppy years ago, but Steffy isn't blaming him. Now, Finn has to explain that he did DNA tests confirming he's Luna's father. Steffy might have flashbacks to when Luna almost killed her, which makes her panic more. Then there's the issue that Luna's whereabouts are unknown after a transfer, which adds to Steffy's anxiety. On the other side, at the Spencer mansion, Remy recognizes Luna from the news about the Il Giardino victims. Luna might ask him not to tell anyone. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Poppy is being pressured by Lee to confess that Finn is Luna's dad. I need to make sure I understand all the connections here. So Finn and Poppy had a past fling, resulting in Luna. Steffy is Finn's wife, so Luna is her stepdaughter now, but there's history where Luna was a threat to Steffy. The DNA results confirm this paternity, which is a big shock. Luna's in some kind of legal trouble and was transferred, but where? Remy recognizing her could lead to her getting into more trouble unless he stays quiet. Then there's the dynamic between Poppy and Lee. Lee wants Poppy to come clean, but Poppy might be resisting. Wait, the update mentions that Luna was involved in the Il Giardino incident, which I think is related to some crime where people were victims. Remy saw her in the news about that. So Luna has a criminal past that's coming back to haunt her. Now she's with Remy, who might expose her, but she wants him to keep quiet. Also, Lee is Poppy's sister? Because the names Lee Finnegan and Poppy Nozawa, maybe they're sisters? If so, that adds family drama. Lee is pushing Poppy to forgive, but Poppy is the one who needs forgiveness for keeping Finn's paternity a secret. So Poppy might have to confess that Finn is Luna's father, but she's hesitating. Steffy's panic is because Luna is Finn's daughter, which connects back to when Luna almost killed her. So there's both the shock of Finn having a daughter and the fear from past trauma. Plus, Luna's current situation being unknown adds to the tension. I need to make sure I didn't miss any relationships or past events. For instance, why was Luna in a position to almost kill Steffy? Maybe during a confrontation or some storyline where Luna was unstable. And the house arrest, maybe Luna was involved in a crime and is under some kind of monitoring, but now she's been moved, and Finn can't find her. That's why Steffy is panicking, fearing Luna might come after her again or something. Also, Remy recognizing Luna. If he's at the Spencer mansion, maybe he's connected to the Spencer family? Or is he a new character? If he's a kindred spirit, maybe he's also had legal issues and understands Luna's situation, so he might help her by staying silent. But if he's tied to the Spencers, like working for them or part of the family, that could complicate things. Lee is Finn's adoptive mother, right? Because Finn's last name is Finnegan, and Lee is Lee Finnegan. So Lee is married to Jack Finnegan? Wait, no. Finn's parents are Lee and Jack, but Finn found out Jack isn't his biological father. Wait, I might be mixing up B&B history. Anyway, Lee is Finn's mother, and Poppy is her sister? If that's the case, then Luna is Lee's niece, and Finn is her nephew? That makes the family ties complicated. So Finn had a fling with his Aunt Poppy? Wait, no, if Poppy is Lee's sister, and Lee is Finn's mother, then Poppy is Finn's aunt. But Finn slept with Poppy, his aunt? That would be a scandal. But maybe they're not blood-related. Maybe Lee and Poppy are stepsisters or something. The spoiler mentions Poppy Nozawa and Lee Finnegan, so different last names. Maybe they're half-sisters or stepsisters. If that's the case, then Finn sleeping with Poppy isn't incest, but it's still a family conflict because Poppy is Lee's sister. Wait, but if Poppy is Luna's mother, and Finn is Luna's father, and Poppy is Lee's sister, that would make Lee Luna's aunt, and Finn her uncle? Wait, no. If Lee is Finn's mother, and Poppy is Lee's sister, then Finn is Poppy's nephew. So Poppy is Finn's aunt. So Finn slept with his aunt, which is a huge deal. That would be incest. But maybe they're not biologically related. Maybe Lee and Poppy are sisters by marriage, not blood. Maybe Lee married into the Finnegan family, and Poppy is her biological sister. So Finn is Lee's biological son, and Poppy is Lee's sister, making Finn and Poppy aunt and nephew by blood. If that's the case, then Finn and Poppy having a child is incestuous, which is a major plot point. But the spoilers don't mention that, so maybe I'm getting the relationships wrong. Alternatively, maybe Lee and Poppy are not blood-related. Maybe they're stepsisters or just close friends considered sisters. That would make Finn and Poppy not related by blood, so their past fling is just a regular affair, not incest. That makes more sense. The spoiler says Lee is pushing Pop. Sheila will use the Luna paternity crisis to end Finn and Steffy's marriage. First, I need to recall the current storyline elements. Sheila has a history of causing trouble, especially wanting a relationship with Finn despite Steffy's opposition. The key points from the spoilers are the paternity test confirming Finn as Luna's father, which creates tension in his marriage to Steffy. Sheila might exploit this to drive a wedge between them. The user is likely a regular viewer of BNB looking for insights into upcoming plot twists. They might be interested in understanding Sheila's motivations and the potential impact on the main characters. I should consider Sheila's past behavior. She's manipulative and sees Steffy as an obstacle. The mention of Sheila wanting to be a grandmother to Luna and Hayes adds another layer. The user might also be curious about how Steffy and Finn's relationship dynamics will shift. Possible angles include Sheila's tactics, Steffy's reactions, and Finn's divided loyalties. I need to structure the response to address Sheila's potential strategies, the effect on Finn and Steffy's marriage, and possible outcomes. Highlighting past conflicts could provide context, like Sheila's previous attempts to bond with Finn. Also, considering the show's tendency for dramatic twists, suggesting cliffhangers or unexpected alliances might add depth. I should ensure the answer is comprehensive but concise, avoiding spoilers beyond the given information while speculating logically based on character histories. Mentioning the possibility of Sheila's manipulation escalating the crisis and how Steffy's stance against Sheila could lead to further conflict would be relevant. The conclusion might involve whether Finn will side with Steffy or be swayed by Sheila, leading to the marriage's fate. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Sheila Sharp is poised to exploit the chaos surrounding Luna Nozawa's paternity revelation to destabilize Finn and Steffy's marriage further. Here's how this could unfold. Sheila's opportunity to strike. Finn's biological tie to Luna. With Finn confirmed as Luna's father, Sheila, always opportunistic, may see this as a chance to insert herself into his life. She could argue that Finn has a duty to step up as a father to Luna, leveraging her own history of twisted maternal instincts to guilt-trip him. This might reignite her obsession with family unity, positioning herself as a grandmother figure to Luna and Hayes. Targeting Steffy's weaknesses. Steffy's refusal to tolerate Sheila has always been a thorn in Sheila's side. With Finn and Steffy's marriage strained over Luna's paternity, Sheila could intensify her manipulations. Cliff House confrontations. Sheila might ambush Steffy, framing herself as an advocate for Finn's responsibility to Luna while undermining Steffy's authority as Hayes' mother. Gaslighting Finn. She could play on Finn's guilt, suggesting Steffy's rigid stance against Sheila is tearing their family apart and that Luna deserves a father in her life. Exploiting Finn's loyalty conflict. Finn's empathy for Sheila has wavered in the past, but Luna's situation might leave him vulnerable. Sheila could manipulate him into believing that supporting Luna is the right thing to do, forcing Finn to choose between his wife and his newfound daughter, and his chaotic birth mother. Steffy's breaking point. Steffy has endured Sheila's threats for years, but this crisis could push her to her limit. Resentment toward Finn. If Finn wavers in prioritizing Steffy's boundaries, she may question his loyalty, especially given Sheila's toxic influence. Fear for Hayes and Luna. Steffy's protective instincts will skyrocket if Sheila demands access to the children, reigniting trauma from Sheila's violent history. The marriage's fate. Sheila's interference could drive a permanent wedge between Finn and Steffy if Finn feels pressured to include Sheila in Luna's life against Steffy's wishes. Steffy loses trust in Finn's ability to prioritize their family's safety over Sheila's manipulations. Sheila orchestrates a scandal. Wild card, Deacon's role. Deacon Sharp, Sheila's husband, could inadvertently aid her schemes by advocating for her changed nature to Finn. However, if Deacon senses Sheila's true motives, he might become an unlikely ally for Steffy, adding another layer of drama. Bottom line, Sheila thrives in chaos and Luna's paternity crisis is the perfect storm. While Steffy and Finn's marriage has survived Sheila's attacks before, this time, the combined weight of Finn's newfound fatherhood and Sheila's relentless scheming could push their relationship to collapse unless they unite to shut Sheila out for good. Expect emotional showdowns.